My name's Lee Fox and I write children's picture books and young adult novels, and I travel around Australia doing workshops and author talks in schools and libraries and at festivals. My sessions involve me talking about my books, the books that I've written and how I write them. My sessions are usually for primary school children, prep to 6. The rhythm in a story is really important, especially in a rhyming story, because you've got to fit a certain amount of words into the line, and if you're not careful you can end up with too many words or too few words and it doesn't work right, doesn't work properly. I introduce the thesaurus and the rhyming dictionary that I use for writing my stories, and I like to do that because I feel that extends the kids' use of writing tools. It gives them something really concrete to hang on to and helps them to build what I call their word bank or the vocabulary. What about the word diet? Now there's a couple of meanings for the word diet. What do you think it might mean in this book? I usually find that children are quite interested that I, as a writer, use those tools, and because I introduce them to children's versions of the thesaurus and rhyming dictionary, I'm hoping to pass a little spark onto them that they might use them as well in their own writing, because that's a really good way of building their literacy skills. I was a fussy eater, so when I was thinking about another book to write, I thought maybe I could do this topic of fussy eaters, because I know there's a lot of fussy eaters out there. I think what they get out of having me come to visit them is that they actually can see the real author of their favourite book and meet the person, the actual living ordinary person, and somehow that translates and gives them some inspiration so they can see how, well, I'm just an ordinary person, perhaps I could write something too. It took me about a few days to write Alakazoo. That was just getting the first draft, but then probably getting about 3 months to get it really good. After the session, I'm hoping that because they've met me and they've seen what I do and that it's not that difficult, if they put a bit of thought into it, that then they'll go and create their stories of their own. Mitch has just started doing the colour artwork for it, so usually the illustrator gets between 8 and 12 months to do the illustrations. They need a lot of time to get the illustrations right. One of the things I really love about working with students and visiting schools is I get out to meet the kids who actually like my books, and that's always really good for me. I'm always really surprised how much they love Alakazoo and the other characters. And so that's fantastic for me because I spend most of my time in my studio writing, and to get out and actually meet people and the people who read my books is a great joy. And to think that I can inspire other young writers to actually write stories of their own gives me a real thrill. I love that.